Hello everyone, welcome back to Missouri. We are just finishing off Bob's work here. Cooper's just headed over to check the other combines and make sure everything's going all right. So we're going to run the gleaner and we're going to run the Alice back to the yard. Here is the bale stack that we managed to load up. Look at that. That is looking really good, ready for the winter for his animals. He'll put a tarp over that to keep them dry, but at the moment weather is pretty good, so he doesn't need to worry about that. Cooper said he would come back, grab the wheel loader as well, so we don't have to worry about that. So we've just got to worry about getting Bob's stuff back into his yard and put away. It's pretty clean, if I'm being honest, but I'm still going to give it the once over with the pressure washer. We know how much Bob looks after his equipment and how neat and tidy he keeps things, so I don't want to be the guy that doesn't sort that for him. So let's run this back to the yard here, the shortest run ever, and we will get this cleaned up and back in the shed, which shouldn't take too long at all. As for what's on next, I don't know yet actually. There's always jobs to be done, so we'll wait and see, but I'm pretty sure if I head back to the yard, Jesse will have something lined up for me. But let's get this in here. Let's get the pressure washer, which is tucked nicely away in this shed, and let's give this a little bit of a spray down. Like I said, it's not particularly dirty, a little bit of dust on it, but in general looking pretty good. And got to say, I really enjoyed working with this combine. Nice to use some old equipment, and I think Cooper felt the same way, because he came over and had a play with it too, which was fun. Right, there we go, all good. Let's get this into the shed and we'll go and get the Alice and the baler, and then we're all done. Tick all the boxes. There we go. It's a bit of a tight squeeze into this shed, but it fits perfectly if you get it right, like so. It's actually designed perfectly for this combine. There you go. Just as we found it, and probably how Bob would have wanted it left. Close the doors there. Right, let's go and get the Alice, get that cleaned up, and then we're all done here. Right, here we go. Alice and the baler. Again, we'll give them a quick once over with the pressure washer, just so they're neat and tidy. And we'll put them back in the shed. There we go. And one of the things I'm slightly concerned about, not massively, but when it comes to the winter time, obviously predominantly an arable farm here, I'm not sure what will happen, whether or not the work will be there for me, but I can't worry about that too much at the moment. We'll put that out of my head, and we'll worry about that if it crops up. Also, the other challenge, I guess, is Clyde. Clyde is a frustration and an annoyance that I don't really want to deal with, but for some reason he's still got that chip on his shoulder about me, which I have no reason why, but there we are. It is what it is. Okay, instead of worrying about that kind of stuff, let's get this baler put away, and let's get the tractor back in the shed, and then we can head back to the farm and see what's next on the cards. Right, here we go. All unhooked. I love the rear tyres on this, big chunky tyres, they're awesome. But we'll roll this over here and get this tucked back into the shed and the door shut, ready for Bob to use next time he wants to. But really enjoyed using that. What a great little tractor that is. And then there's the Oliver as well. I love this. I don't know what he's going to do with this. I am intrigued to see what his plans are for this, whether or not he uses it or not. It's sitting here. I don't even know if it starts or anything, but like I said, back in the 70s, when my dad worked in the States, that's exactly what he drove. So a little bit of a memory there for me as well. But no time to be worrying about that just now. There's work to be done. So there we go. We are all done with Bob's farm. Right, see you back at the yard. Right, here we are. I wonder what is next on the cars. There's obviously still quite a lot of combining to be done, as you can see from the fields around us, but there's also quite a lot of tillage to be done as well. Time moves on pretty quick here, and they like to get things organised and get stuff back in the ground as quickly as possible. So Let me just stop here for now, and let's see what's going on. Ah, look at this. Toolbar and hydrous tanks. Interesting. Oh, I hope that's what the job that he wants me to do next. That could be quite good fun. Oh well. Hey Jesse, how's it going?
Ah, Stu, you're back. Good. That saves me a trip. There's something I need you to pick up from the dealership and bring back. Then I need you to take the semi into town and get it filled with anhydrous. It's already paid for, you just need to load up. We've got a job to do on Field 66. I can get back to working on this damn combine. Clyde has made a real mess of it. I tell you, Stu, that boy's gonna be the end of me.
No worries, Jesse. You can count on me.
Thanks, Stu. Bob already called, by the way. Said you and Cooper did an excellent job for him, so thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome indeed. Okay, I'll get on with it. So, this is the job. How exciting. Sounds like I'll be running it on my own as well. He's got a lot of faith in me, which is very much appreciated. Now, anhydrous isn't something we're allowed to use in the UK anymore, but it is rife over here in the US still. Very handy to add extra nitrogen to your soil to help with the growth of corn and things like that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Something very different to what I'm used to. How exciting. Anyway, better head up to the dealership. Looks like I'm picking up some parts for the combine that Clyde broke, which is still in there. Pick those up. And then we'll head back and go and get the anhydrous. So, we'll see you up at the dealership. Well, that's us just on the main road now. Just on the opposite side of the road to Casey's is the dealership. So we will hang a left here and see what is what with that. There we go. Just in here. I'm guessing it's not going to be too big, so I might just reverse up to the doors here so we can load things up nice and easily. But let's go in first and see what they want. Hello there, just here to pick up something for Jesse.
Ah, yes, it's around the back. Here are the keys. You're good to go.
The keys? Why would I need keys for parts? Let's have a look at them. No, it says 715 on it. That's all it says on a little tag. Maybe they've already put the boxes out ready for us to pick up, so let's work it out. A nice kit here. Look at those toolbars as well. There's a smaller version of the one we're using, the TB37. We've got the TB60 for our anhydrous. Nice 600 case Steiger there. Oh, look, it's a new 715. I love these things. Anyway, let's find out where these boxes are. There's no boxes out here. And why would I need to keep... Hang on a minute. The key says 715. Surely not. He's not, has he? Is this a new tractor? Well, let's see if the key works, shall we? Oh man, look at this in here. This is luxury of the highest order. How nice is this? Look at the amount of screens we've got as well. Wow. Well, let's see if this key works. I guess that's a yes then. Wow. I'm the first to drive it too. Well, let's get on back to the farm and get started with this. Oh, this is beautiful. So nice to drive. Wonder who's got this today. I'm going to have to go back to that anhydrous work. I'm pretty sure he's not going to let me play in this. Right, here we are back at the yard. I'm going to park this somewhere safe. And I'm going to go and jump into that Arctic and get going and pick up the anhydrous. There we go. What a treat that was, though, being able to run this back from the dealership. Look at that front grille and engine bay, just massive. This is an absolute beauty. Tell you one thing, Jesse knows what it is to have good kit on the farm. Right, let's get the truck hooked up and over to the buy point. There we go, all hooked up. Right, we will see you in town where we go and load this up. Right, here we go. This is the turning we need, I think. And I think the sell point is just over here on the left. Look, more case equipment from the dealer down here as well. It's a bustling little area, this, especially from a farming perspective. There are the anhydrous tanks. So let's just swing in and get lined up close to those. This should be relatively straightforward. Right, there we go. Anhydrous filling into the tank. It's going to take a little bit of time, this. Look, we're just at 3% here, but there is a lot in this trailer, which will do perfectly because we can use it in the field to refill as and when we need to, which will speed things up a lot. So we'll get this filled up, we'll head back to the yard, and we'll see you there. Right, here we are, back at the yard. I think I'll just pull this over to the side. I'll find out what Jesse wants us to do with it, whether or not he wants this down to the field, or he's happy for us to just load up here, and then we can come and get it if we need it. We may not need it, so let's just stop here on the grass. I wonder if we could use the 9RX. Hey Jesse, that's me back with the anhydrous.
Ah, great stuff, Stu. If you could just get the toolbar hooked up and ready to go, we're heading over to field 66.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. You haven't actually said which tractor. Which one would you like me to take?
Well, I thought it was obvious when I asked you to go and pick it up from the dealership.
What? You're kidding.
Stu, as far as I'm concerned, you are a standout employee at the moment. The least I can do is reward you by letting you play with some cool equipment.
Oh, isn't this going to annoy Clyde even more, though?
Stu, do you really think I'm going to let him drive it with his track record of breaking things just now?
Hey, I'm keeping out of it. Anyway, I will go and get into it and get things set up. Thank you so much. How exciting. What a treat. How exciting is this? I do get to use it. Man, it's like Christmas. Okay. Let's get everything hooked up and let's do another good job for Jesse. Now this is a massive tractor. Probably a little bit overkill for this, but you know what? It is what it is, right? I'm pretty sure this does need about 500 horsepower to run, just because I think the weight in the tanks. So let's get this filled up anyway, and let's get ready to go.
Hey Stu, do you even know how to use anhydrous?
Yes, Clyde, actually I do. Don't worry about me. You just stick to breaking combines.
Oh, getting smart now, are we? Let's see how long that lasts.
Whatever, dude. Just let me do my job. I don't know what I've done to you, but I'm just doing as I'm told and getting on with stuff. What a jerk he is. Honestly, I do not know what his problem is. Anyway, we're going to play in this. That's probably his beef today. Right, let's get out of here. Let's get over to field 66 and give this a spin. I am so hyped for this. Right, just getting our bearings here. We are in the yard here. We're going to head up along the top here and straight down this road here into 66. I believe 67 may need doing as well. But also, the big field we cut up here in the last couple of episodes is going to need doing as well. So we'll see what Jesse wants us to do. But for now, let's roll out. And believe it or not, This is how quiet it is in the cab with the engine running. How cool is that? Right, we will see you at the field. Right, here we are, and that is field 66, dead ahead. It doesn't look big from here, but I think it's a pretty sizable field. Yeah, look at that, the way it stretches over there. Okay. I think we know what we've got to do, don't we? Let's get it unfolded. Let's get things lined up. And let's get some anhydrous in the ground. Okay, this toolbar is big. Once it's unfolded, that is a big old beast. Right, let's get a couple of headlands done, and then I think we will push on and get the up and down rows done. Right, there we go. We are up and running on our headlands now, applying anhydrous as we go. This should make things a little bit easier now. So we're going to push on. Hopefully we'll get this done very quickly. I have had a radio call from Jesse to say the next field over needs doing too, so we will jump in and we'll get on with that as well. And we'll just see how we go, but this is heaven. This tractor is something else. So, sit back, relax, and we'll see you shortly. Right, so here we go, running up the edge of the field here. I did actually forget to turn on the toolbar on the first lap, so you can see me now just running over this. You see it's ever so slightly darker once we've run over it than it is before, and I was driving freehand as well, so a little bit of a row of shame there which we'll tidy up. But then you see we skipped rows because of the size of this toolbar. We skipped a few rows to help us on the turns on the end, but this is great. This tractor is phenomenal. I absolutely love it.
Hey Stu, are you there?
Hi Cooper, yeah, I'm here, go ahead.
I'm hooking up one of the 9RXs to another toolbar, and I'm gonna head north to the big fields we harvested the other day. Do you want to head up when you are finished?
Roger Cooper, I'll do that, no worries. Okay, well I guess that determines which field we're doing next. Are you allowed to run red and green in the same field together? Don't know what the rules are, but looks like that's what we're going to do, so I'll head up and we'll run in tandem with Cooper in the next field. So let's crack on, let's get this done, and then we'll move on to our next job. We're using a mod called Vehicle Control Add-on, which is allowing us to do these skip rows here. So what will happen at the end of this row here, I've got it set to skip a row and then join the next one. I just hit one button on my dashboard and it will spin us around. So what I'll do, I reduce the speed ever so slightly on the turn so that it'll make things a little bit easier and we won't pull at any of the machinery too much. We'll slow down like so. We will raise the toolbar and we will hit one button. There it goes. Now this is an automated turn. It's not done by me steering the wheel. It's all done by computers in the tractor using GPS. And it will turn again and line up for the next row when it finds the right point. And just as everything lines up straight, as I'm hoping it will in time, we can drop the toolbar down. And then we can up the speed again. And we can go back to applying that nitrogen. There we go. Really slick. Now I can roll that speed back up using my dial on my Thrustmaster joystick as well, and we're good to go. 3 rows to go after this one. Right, here we go. last little bit of this field. That's gone really nicely, actually. I think, though, I'm just going to stop there. I think we've just run out of anhydrous. And we have, look at that. Just a tiny little bit left in the field. Well, I'm going to cultivate it anyway to get it done. But perfect opportunity to refill when we get to the next field. I'm going to stop there. There we go. Let's turn off VCA. Let's fold everything up and I'll head up to the other field. I think Cooper's already up there and I think he took the tanker with him. So we'll just head straight up there and meet him and push on from there. Okay, here we are, and there is Cooper. Right, let's just roll around. He has brought the tanker with him, so we can refill, which is awesome. So that is what we'll do. And look at his tank. Oh my goodness, he has got the big forward ag tank on. That is a lovely bit of kit as well. So we will roll up alongside here, get things refilled, and we'll get into the field. There we go. There we go, you can see it filling up in the bottom corner there. That's awesome. So as soon as this is ready, we'll get in and have a chat. We'll go and see Cooper now, actually. Hey Cooper, all good to go?
Ready to roll, Stu.
Okay, I'll just fill up and then I'll be alongside you.
How's the new case?
Oh, Cooper, it is amazing. In fact, do you know what? You have a go in it. You drive it. I'm happy to drive the 9RX. I've not done that yet, so yeah. Why don't you do that and I'll give this one a spin. Looks good with the forward ag tank on the back.
Yeah, cool, man. I'd love to. Let's go.
So there we go. We're going to let Cooper drive this. It's the least we can do. He has been very nice to me, unlike a certain other brother. There we are. We're 92, 93, 94, 95% now. So we're nearly there. We'll roll us into position and then we'll swap cabs. There we go. We'll roll in around the side of him here and it is all systems go. Right, we will see you in a little while. Due to Cooper, are you seeing this?
Yeah, I am, Stu. That doesn't look good, does it? It looks like it's heading towards the farm.
Here, why don't you jump in here? Let's just head down and check it out, just in case.
Good call, man. I'll jump in.
Right, let's see how quickly we can get down there. I hope everything's alright. Yeah, there's the ambulance. What's happened? Look, over in the shop. Clyde, what happened?
Dad's had a bad turn. They don't know what it is yet, but think it might be his heart.
Is he okay?
Come on, Cooper, let's get to the hospital.
Clyde, is he okay? Jeez, I hope he's okay. Wow. Bit of a loss to what to do now. Go back to working, that doesn't feel like the right thing to do. Guess I'll tidy things up a bit and see what happens. Ah, Cooper's calling. Cooper, any news?
It's not looking good, Stu. He's in a bad way. We're just going to have to wait and see. Why don't you just go home and we'll deal with it in the morning?
Yeah, no worries. Listen. Sending all good vibes to you.
Thank you, Stu. I'll let you know if anything changes.
Well, looks like I'm walking tonight. My truck is up at the shop. I was going to ask Cooper to run me up there later and pick it up. So, I am on my own. I could take that, but you know what? I'm not in the mood. It's not that long a walk. I'll just walk back to the house and relax. Oh, what a day. From all the highs of the new quad track to terrible news about Jesse. Hope he's okay. Well, here we are. Home again. I think we'll see you all in the morning. Morning, everyone. Well, no news on Jesse in the night. Grace has offered to run me up to the dealership to pick up my truck, so we'll do that and then we'll head down to the yard. Right, here we are. Doesn't look like there's much going on at the moment. Let's park up. Check at the house.
Ah, Stu, I'm glad you're here.
Morning, Clyde. How's Jesse?
We no longer need your services. We'll pay you up to yesterday, but that's it.
Hang on a minute. You can't make that decision. And how is Jesse?
Well, I can. My dad is going to be off work for a long time, so I'm taking over.
Cooper, this isn't right.
Sorry, Stu. I've tried to reason with him, but he's insisting.
Well, I guess there's not much I can do then, is there?
I guess not, Stu.
Oh. I'm speechless. And I still don't know how Jesse is. Oh, here's Grace.
Stu, you're only allowed the truck and accommodation if you are working for Jesse. Now your job is done. You need to drop the truck off and find somewhere else to stay.
Great. No job. And now homeless. I don't think I've got any option but to head back to the UK. Right, well, let's go and drop this back off at Grace's. Well, nothing for it but to drop this off here and probably walk into town. I think the best thing to do is start asking around, seeing if anybody needs any work doing at all. Maybe even a roof over my head. Oh, this is not what I was expecting. Well, it's a long truck. Quite liked you. Long walk into town, but hey, got nothing else to do with my day. Ah, Cooper.
Hey, Stu. Sorry, man. Dad will freak when he hears what Clyde has done, but I can't seem to talk him round. Not sure what your plans are, but I have a few people across the country who might have some work for you. I'll send over their numbers. Sorry again, man.
Thanks, Cooper. Well, at least that's something.